Hey guys, Jay here. So as you can see, my Gambit cosplay is coming along nicely. So today I'm going to show you the alterations I made on the headgear here. So we're going to do that in this video today. Alright, so this is my headpiece, or they call it headgear, I guess. The balaclava type thing, whatever it is, for Gambit. And as you can see, I have altered it. It did zip up here and go all the way up. But if you saw my unboxing for this, you would see that it didn't fit. So it was way too small. So I ended up putting elastic in it. And that's not going to work because it needs to be covered in the back. It's going to be very noticeable if there's just elastic. So yeah, I have it with vinyl now, or pleather or whatever, which I was going to use one that looked very close to what I have, but that one doesn't stretch at all, and I want it to stretch. So this one stretches a lot. So this is what's called a two-way stretch, where it stretches in two directions. Four-way would be four directions. This does not stretch that way, and it stretches that way. So I made sure it did that to go around my head. I had to do a lot of this off camera because, I mean, that's just how it goes. So I do have to pin this the correct way and then sew it up on the machine if the machine sews through this. I don't know if the machine's going to sew through all of this, so I'm going to test that out first. If it doesn't, I have to hand stitch the whole thing. So yeah, let me get some pins, which are right here, and I can go ahead and start pinning this the correct direction. So I'm going to start pinning it this way. Oh God, that's hard. Oh, the pins just do not want to go through this. So there's one pin. I'm only going to put a few in here because I don't really need that many. So I'm going to do like 4 or something. Pins do not like to go through vinyl at all. Oh, wow. That straight up wouldn't go through so bad that it bent the pin. Okay, this is going to be a pain in the butt. All right, so let me get the kind that have a little head on them. So these ones have a little nub at the end. That's better. I can push those through. So I have quite a few of those. So we'll do that. One more. There's one more. I don't even know if I'm going to need one more. Yeah, let me put this one off to the side here because I don't think I need that one. And then take all of the safety pins out. And I used safety pins here because this will stab you no matter which direction it's in. And if I put them in the other direction, if I put them vertically, then pulling on it would bend them. I already tried that actually. So I did have to use the safety pins, which I should probably close so I don't stab myself with them. And then now, this is going to be very difficult. I don't know how well I'll be able to even do this. Yeah, how am I gonna do this? Maybe like this? Okay, this is gonna be really difficult. Oh. I can't even get this under there. There's so many layers. Yeah, I can't even get this under there. So that's not gonna work at all. So let me unplug that, get rid of the sewing machine, because God forbid things go the easy way. Can't have that, wouldn't want that. So I have to hand stitch it. Oh, I have an open one right there. All right, and then I have this thicker needle here. This is more of what would be considered a leather needle because it's good for going through leather. And pleather is just fake leather. So it'll make it easier to go through that. All right, so I'm just going to start on the top here. I'm going to go through. Then I'm going to go around the top multiple times. So I'm going to go from here, go around under the top, and then push through. And I probably need pliers for this. And then yank that out. And then when that goes around, oh my God. You're going to run into this problem a lot where the thread likes to just not work correctly. So just have fun with that, I guess. But I'm going to do that a few times. So what that does is stops it from really being able to rip. And it's not that great when it's this kind of pleather. It would be really nice if I could figure out a way to make it not rip at all, because this pleather really wants to rip. So I have to be really careful. Luckily, this thing is pretty loose on my head when I'm wearing it, and I have to do that to make a wig fit. So I don't think it's going to stretch too bad on the top, so I may not have that problem. The bottom and the middle, I don't know, because I can't get a really, really good stitch in there. So I'm going to see what happens, I guess. Oh, and look, this one already, the pin came out because I stretched it. I stretched it longer than the pin. That's not good. I don't have a choice, though. I have to use this stuff. There is no other option that I have because I can't make this out of anything else because I don't know how to do this. So, and if I don't have this, I don't have the cosplay. So, yeah. But anyway, so what I'm going to do here for a stitch is I'm going to go down if I can, if it'll go through. This entire thing is just a pain in the butt. It doesn't want to do anything. It's like I'm trying to go through steel or something. There. And then I'll go backwards a little bit. So this was here. I'll go backwards a little bit and go up through there and then go a little bit more forward. It's a little hard to explain, but you go forward, half back, forward, half back, forward. Like, it's also going to be impossible for you to see because this is black. So like no light is hitting this really. That makes it so you can easily see what I'm doing. But hopefully you understand. I don't remember if that has a name or not. But like the name of the stitch, if somebody knows what that's called, that would be really awesome. Put that in the comments. But this is going to take me forever. So just know I'm doing this stitch all the way down and hoping it holds. So I've just finished one side. There you go. You can kind of see. I'm trying to point the light at it. I actually did a pretty good stitch there, if I do say so myself. As you can see, the other side isn't done yet, but I wanted to do this side first, or it didn't matter which side, and then get back to you guys to see how things were. One of the things that I was afraid of was that since this is a stretchy, it's really stretchy, that the stitch could rip out, or it could just rip out from under the stitch itself. However, I have done that's way more stretch than I'm going to be needing from this, and it's working fine. And it doesn't seem to have any effect on it whatsoever. It goes back to normal. So that should be fine. I think this is like maybe that amount of stretches is about as much as I'm going to get out of this thing that I'm going to actually need. And it seems to be fine. So if even worse, and that was really, really hard stretching to get it to do what I just did. So I'm pretty sure this will be fine. So I'm going to stitch this side up. I have the needle and thread ready to go. And then once I'm done with that, we'll see how well it fits. And I'll even put like a wig on under it. I don't have the wig for this right now. I'm actually going to be using a wig that I had a while back that was for a cosplay I did originally, and then Atlas took over after I got a different cosplay. So we used to cosplay Red and Blue from Pokemon Red and Blue, and so Blue would be like Gary Oak, and so I did that wig for him, and I have it in a bin off to the side here. In fact, when you guys see my thumbnails, you'll see that there's usually like a thing of some kind with black fabric over it, like a box of some kind that my stuff sits on. That box is actually my wig box, and it's a brown Tupperware thing, or like a storage tub type thing, like those plastic ones. And it's in there. There's a bunch of stuff on it right now, so I just haven't gotten it out yet. But right now I'm using my Ichigo wig, and that one's short, like I'm gonna have this one. So that'll kind of give me an idea of how big this needed to be, and that's why I made it this size, so it fits my Ichigo wig. So that way I know that the other wig is going to fit because it's about the same shortness in the back and around the sides and stuff, or I'm going to at least make it that short. And then I'll style the wig after that. And the wig is already basically cut correctly because Blue's hair, or Gary Oak's hair, is very similar to Gambit's hair, where it's up and spiky off to one side. So it's already almost done as it is. I just need to, I'm going to wash it and redo the whole thing because it's old right now, and I want to wash it to make it new, or make it good enough to new. And then I'll style it and everything. I'll probably do a video for that. But the problem is I have to have this on and figure out where all the spikes need to go and stuff, or how the hair needs to go. But if there's a video on that, there'll be a video on that. If not, then whatever. But yeah. So, like I said, this stitch works out perfectly the way I wanted it to. So I'm going to do another one down here and then call it good. All right, come in real quick at the end here. I just wanted to test fit this and everything for everybody so everybody can see it. So bam, bam. Whatever, good enough. Yeah, so I still haven't cut the inside, the excess out of it, so it's whatever. But and my hair is not correct for this. This is actually dyed for something else. This is why my hair is black. It's for a different cosplay that we're not even worrying about at this point right now. But I do have a wig in my mess over here. I just haven't cut it or anything, so it's all messy and whatever, and it's all dirty, and I gotta wash it. So I'm not gonna do that into this video, so I'm gonna see what happens. But anyway, this is just gonna go on like this. I should really make sure I'm not covering the microphone. So as you can see, it goes over my head just fine. And it is quite loose, actually. So I made sure that it's, so this is no stretch at all. It's not stretching literally at all. So it's not, like, it's loose on me without stretch. So, but you can see it's kind of, the head's falling down and stuff. That is because the wig is going to be on there. So I needed it to be bigger so that the, and I used a Ichigo wig from Bleach to test it out, and it fit perfectly the way I wanted it to with a wig on. So I know that that means it'll work. So with the wig that I have, because it's actually, the sides and stuff are shorter on that wig than the Ichigo wig. So that means, and the back. So that means it'll work definitely. But what I'm going to do, pull this down and then wig cap, right? And then put the wig on. And I have enough room back here where I can just pull the wig down and everything, because this thing is big enough now. And then I pull this up over the bottom of the wig, and then the hair's all styled and stuff. And it's going this way, yeah, to the right, to my right anyway. Yeah, so that, and again, this thing keeps falling down. I'm turning into Cyclops or something with this thing over my eyes. But yeah, so that is the face thingy. So yeah. All right, so that is the alteration that I did on the headgear. There is one other alteration I forgot to do, and that is the back of the earpieces. Like, this is like up against the crease where my ear meets my face, and it's pulling. So I have to be careful with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I didn't realize that until now. So I have to sew a little bit more behind it. So like give it a little more room, and then cut off the excess from there, and that should be good. But I have to do that on both sides, so that's easy. I can just stitch that up. I'm going to probably do that by hand because I can't get a sewing machine on this thing, so it's probably just easier that way. But either way, it doesn't really matter. I'll figure it out. It's super easy. But also, I had shown in the video itself that this thing kept falling down, and now you can see with the wig on, this is, first off, this is the wig I'm using for now, but this is not the style. I have to wash it. I had to quickly do this for the video. I want it to be a little more flattened and outward that way. This is as good as I could get because it was pointing the other direction for a different character. So I had to force it in the other direction without washing it first because I had to get this out. So I'm going to do that and then style it. But you can see now with the wig on, this front isn't falling down anymore. And that's because it's stretching out the back a little more so it's not as loose as it was. So there's that. Also, you may notice that I'm not moving my head very much. I'm moving my body. So I'm not doing too much of that. It's a little hard. So with the collar up, I have the same problem with my Dante cosplay from Devil May Cry 5, where because the collar's up and it's stiff and it's real leather, it's a little hard to get some movement. But having the head thing on as well kind of constricts and makes it a little harder. I can move my head and everything, but I'm afraid that if I do this, yeah, it's pushing the collar down. I don't want it to do that because then I'm going to forget and then I'm not going to put it back up and then it's going to look bad and I don't want to do that. So, it's whatever. But yeah, so that's the only issue I have with this. If you can find someone that custom makes the headgear, do that and give them your measurements because that would be way better. Or if you can fit the smaller ones, I don't know. Anyway, I also realized this microphone here, probably not a good idea to use this microphone. This is very loose, so I have to be careful. Like, it's not falling yet, but it's probably going to. It's magnetized from behind, and it's very loose. So that's a thing. Yeah. Also, I want to state real quick here, I also bought a smaller jacket. The one that I did the review on looks exactly the same. It's just bigger. So that one, with this armor on, would close, like, you see how it closes like this? This is what I wanted, where this is the closure. It's supposed to just be like that. His is supposed to look open all the time. On the other one, it was so big that it overlapped, like, way over here. So this is only one size smaller. And the sleeves are also a better size, a better length. So it's just all around better. So, yeah, I just did that. This one's an extra large. The other one was a 2XL. So, I figure I'll just give all the information out at the end of this one, just so you guys know the updates. Yeah, so anyway, that is how I made the headgear, and that is the updates on my cosplay. Anyway, that is going to be it for this video. So if you like it, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys later.